One. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the stream tonight in the Doobie Den. It is Rev X's Wrestling Review, brought to you by yours truly, Buddha My co-host, as always, MJ Hat. And man, this week's had some really good shit. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. That's true. That's true, but the big thing, the big thing out of that is the fact that apparently Seth Rollins may actually have injured. I think it's his right forearm, shoulder, somewhere in that area. But apparently it's something that's probably going to have him out for about a year, and they wanted to try to get this out of the way before they had to send him off. Hey, I'm okay with this. Well, I believe that CM Punk will face somebody at Survivor Series. Maybe if it takes that long in order to crown a new champion, but it'll be CM Punk, and I have a feeling it may be Braun Breaker. And if that's the case, then I don't feel as though CM Punk's going to get the title reign. I would like to see CM Punk with the title reign, but I don't think he's going to get it with Braun Breaker being in the picture. Oh, yeah. Not in the least bit. Well, it was Rusev. If it wouldn't have been for Rusev coming out and interfering, which this will set up a triple threat, I feel as though, here in the next little bit, because I feel as though Rusev and Dominic go at it next week for the IC title, and I feel as though Pentagon is going to be the one to interfere, and then that's going to set up a triple threat IC title match. So we could see either Rusev win his first title back, or we could see Penta finally get his first title. But I'd say Dom's probably going to lose the IC title here soon. Now, it does mine too, because I'm a huge Dom fan, but I really feel as though that they're going to try to push him more with the Mega AAA title than they are with anything else right now. A very decisive dub over Jimmy Uso. The fact that they got a decent little attack in before Jay come out to make the save, and then Jay basically telling him, "Dude, I didn't want to get involved in this. I have an opportunity later tonight." They're building that animosity in between the brothers again, like for the 50th time. So I mean, it's just it's more or less you get what you pay for. Agreed. Well, I don't know. Like, let's take a look at the last match they had, right? WrestleMania. Brother versus brother, and that was the shittiest brother versus brother match I've ever seen with brother versus brother. And I mean, I've watched the likes of Bret Hart and Owen Hart. I've watched the likes of Bret Hart versus Davey Boy Smith. I've watched Owen versus Davey Boy Smith. We've watched Matt and Jeff. We've watched Undertaker and Kane. They do count. They might not be real brothers in real life. However, on screen they were brothers, and we got to see them face each other numerous times. Oh, yeah. Agreed. it was for a triple threat #1 contender match. Dude, this is everything you wanted it to be. Like, everybody got their own time. Deshaun, LA Knight got his time, Jey Uso got his time, CM Punk got his time. In the end, I think of all three of them, the better man won that night. Absolutely. What's up, Madrox? Well, like we said to open the show, that wasn't supposed to happen yet, so they had to force feed that real fast to us. But if you noticed, during the whole night of Raw, you could see Braun Breaker just bullying and finally hitting that point to where he just bulled over and took out. But, I mean, think about it. It was something coming, okay? And the reason I say that is Breaker broke the ice. All pun intended. Looked at Bronson Reed and was like, "You're with me or you're not?" Bronson Reed was like, "Hell no, I'm with you, brother." Tsunami. They look at Heyman, they're like, "Make a choice." Heyman could have just as easily walked out of the ring, not had a thing to do with him. What does he do? No, he raises both their hands like a proud man watching his proteges destroy their mentor. That's what he throw them hands up like. I don't know that they would actually like destroy him, because I really don't think that Paul Heyman could take a tsunami. Okay, just saying. Like, I don't think that's in the cards. Oh, it'd be great to see. Looks like Andrade decided he was going to go into business for himself, and apparently he got hit with a WWE cease and desist, and that means that he wasn't supposed to compete for 90 days. Now, was that clearly stated to him? I'm going to say I highly doubt it. However, anybody that knows the wrestling business knows that loophole is always somewhere. Especially if you're coming out of WWE. There's never been, that I can think of, anybody that's been able to wrestle within like a 30-day no-compete cause. You know what I'm saying? Normally it's 90 days. And I feel as though that he got hit with it and just said, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want. Sure. What was it you said earlier? Oh, you said something earlier when we were discussing this. Something like due process or something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's the old thing. They're going to get what they want anyway. They are getting what they want. That's why Andrade's not been back on TV, because WWE hit him with that. And if he messes around with that, then he's probably going to pay some hell of money. Tony Khan ain't going to pay that money for him. I'm just going to say it now. That's why he's respecting it and keeping his ass off TV. He don't want to get hit with that. Okay, so before anybody goes nuts, this, from what I understand right now, is just a rumor. There's been several posts about it. There's been several talks about it. Wrestle Talk, WrestleMania. Even freaking Matthew has put his 2 cents into it. If you get fired, you should be able to do whatever you want. If you quit, then yes, I see the non-compete being valid. I agree with you, Madrox, but it's WWE we're talking about. So, like, regardless of what the yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. You were saying it perfect. Oh, yeah. Understood. All right, now, let's not dig into that too much, because honestly and truthfully, I can't say that I would be. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see Chris Jericho back in WWE. What's he gonna do? What the fuck's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Nothing. There's nothing for him to do. Fuck out of here with that. Like, get out of here with that. I'm not disagreeing. I would say you're probably absolutely right for that matter. But again, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, we don't need no fucking old Jericho coming in trying to do a Cena fucking farewell tour. It's not gonna be anywhere near as successful or profitable as John Cena's was. And that's exactly why John Cena got to do it, because damn it, the profit he's making. Do you know they've already sold out tickets that last show? And they're thinking about printing more and selling out again. They can do that. No, but do you see Chris Jericho getting a sellout? All right, that's exactly my point. There's no point in Jericho coming back to WWE to try to get a retirement run. Have AJ Styles just fucking like drop kick his knee and blow it out. Retirement, have fun, bye bye. That was rough. Man, that was rough. Like and you've seen the tears, man, and it's like, no, we didn't personally get to do it, but like, we've watched these guys since we were kids. Like, they came into our TV sets and into our minds and into our wrestling moves and everything else you can think of around, I'd say 10, 11, 12 years old. And they've been there ever since. So it was, I agree with you. It was very emotional that night, especially knowing that, you know, one of the greatest tag teams, if not arguably the best tag team to ever lace them up and do it, finally hung up their boots. Yeah, like any guy that's around our age, if you didn't cry a tear or at least, you know, feel something in your heart being a wrestling fan, are you really a wrestling fan, guys? All right, let's get into SmackDown, guys. It comes to us from San Jose, California. We open with highlights from Raw and Crown Jewel. Nick Aldis opens the show announcing that Jacob versus Drew is not only just a number. It was I think it was supposed to be some kind of special match or something like that, but now it is a number one contenders match for Cody's WWE Championship. Pardon the ESPN. So Cody enters the ring basically to cut his promo, get his TV time, and then we go to commercial like we do all the other times. In the back, Ray Phoenix is doing a photo shoot when Solo and the MFTs come up, and they're like, you can go. It's our turn. Let us do our thing. Ray Phoenix didn't like that. Got a little bit of a beat down for it. So it leads us into the first match of the evening, which was a tag team match. It was the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss against Sol Ruca and Zarya from NXT. And, I'll say that the NXT girls They showed they needed to be up there in the main roster tonight. You agree? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. A lot of back and forth action in this match. Both teams got time to shine. Both teams had a couple of slip ups. Blake Monroe from NXT was in the audience. Ended up distracting Sol long enough for Charlotte to be able to finish her off with the figure 8 leg lock and retain the titles for her and Alexa. Well, I do want to point out that in this match, Charlotte ate a soul snatcher from Ruka that was, I mean, just absolutely beautiful. Anytime Sol hits that move, it's just crazy. And she's not even really hit her prime yet, man. That's the crazy part. Like, just imagine what she can do in the next, 2-3 years. But I will say that after this match, we got to see a very nice gratitude of respect between both teams as all 4 women shook hands, hugged, and, went about their separate ways. So in the back, Cody runs into Jacob, and Jacob, goes through his normal spiel to Cody, and Cody's like, I hope that you're ready. So, Hat and I got to talking about that, and we discussed what we really thought about that. And honestly, I have to agree with him. I believe this is a big push for Jacob Fatu, and I feel as though that he really needs it. As y'all see my little man, as you see little man there having a fit, it sounds like. Oh, no, but since you're back, you can lead us into match 2, because I've already covered the backstage segment with Cody and Jacob. Oh, hey, you know how we have that shocker of the night thing? This is definitely the shocker of the night. Yes, sir. Completely different. Completely different. Who would have thunk it, really? I liked what he's doing for the title, but I have a feeling that this just kind of rebuilds Sammy. Now Sammy gets to do his underdog story as he normally does, or they might just have him move on to bigger and better things. Maybe. Now he's only one title away from holding them all, so there's a big opportunity there, I think. And yeah, anyway. Oh, yeah, hands down. This is what, half-hour match? Yeah. It's going to be solid. It's going to be solid for sure. Nah, Family Tree is going to have it. Nah, I'm sorry to say, but even on the numbers game alone, it's 5-on-4. Nikki Cross don't count, so there's only Rowan, Bo, Joe, and Dexter against all 5 of the MFT, and the MFT have them beaten size by a long run. Tala is a good 6 inches taller than freaking Rowan, and does, as we seen tonight, does one hell of a choke slam. So, way up there. We're talking at least a good 10 solid feet, man. Of course you are, and I would expect no different, actually. They showed it tonight. She has a .944 winning percentage, which is better than any person on the main roster to date. And that's accurate. Like, she is the one that's been holding her own in that women's division. I see Kiana James just being a stepping stone for Tiffy to maybe have a little feud with Julia or something like that, possibly. Maybe. Because, I mean, think about it. What the hell has Julia done for that title? Exactly. Not a damn thing. So, like, if anything, I don't know, mend the titles together? Something? I don't know, man. I don't want to do that, but, I mean, there's no love for that title. That's gonna be brutal. I agree. So, always. So before match 3, we get a little interview with Motor City Machine Guns, where they decide to tell us that it's been 1 year since they made their SmackDown debut, and then there was 2 weeks after that they won the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So as they're doing the interview, La Garza comes into the picture and is like, blah, blah, blah. And they reminded them that when they beat the tag team champions, they were the tag team champions. So the thing was, we beat you a year ago for the tag team titles. Bet we can still beat you a year to date. So it leads us into match number 3, which was a tag team match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza. This match was very fast-paced from start to finish, really. Motor City Machine Guns end up picking up the victory thanks to Skull and Bones. That move never gets old seeing, but oh yeah, thanks for the gong, Ghostface. 2245. All right, yo, here's how I see it. Yeah, go for it. What up, Vinny? Alright, so DIY versus Fraxium was kind of teased for next week. They didn't make it official just like the other match, but I'd say that's probably going to happen. So Jacob's Music Hits backstage. Our main event of the evening is supposed to be number 1 contenders match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. However, we cut backstage and see that Fatu has been destroyed. He's on the ground. He's bleeding from the mouth. So Drew McIntyre comes out and he's all cheesing and everything. Claims he had nothing to do with it and he's the new number 1 contender. Aldis comes out and says if he's got anything to do with him. Before he can even spit that out, Cody comes out and says if he wants to fight so bad, he's got it and they'll do it for the WWE Championship. So that leads us into match 4, and I'm going to let Hat take over on this. Right. Well, Vinny, I hope you're enjoying your football game, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to say I can see Ghostface's point, and I'm going to say this for two reasons. One, he had time. Two, he did get himself DQ'd in this match, which is not a normal Cody Rhodes thing. So, Ghostface, you may not be far out of the realm of, like, actual, bro. Fair. Who else would be in that title scene? Yeah, no, I think he's going more towards U.S. title again. Oh, now that could be that. Yes, sir, Ghostface. I like that. I like that. But I will say this, okay? I feel as though Obafemi may become part of the Vision. And I'm just saying that because, like, look at all the big guys that are on that freaking roster. Like, put Obafemi with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Scary. Like. Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that. It is pinned in the chat, guys. So is the stage. So if you'd like to come up and chat with us, click on that link. It'll bring you up. Raise your hand to come up on stage. We'll be more than happy to have you. The Discord is also pinned. So if you haven't joined us yet in the Doobie Den, make sure that you do that. We have cookies, and by what Hat says, we have milk too. But with that, guys, that actually does conclude this week's episode of... Go ahead. Ooh. Raw was probably a 3. SmackDown's a 3.5. Wait, but that's a good thing in a way. What two titles, and we just had this conversation, what two titles are more important right now? The world titles, exactly. Like, did the women's title even come on the show? Oh, yeah, Tiffy had done an interview backstage. Woo! Like, that was it. The world title was actually, you know, the WWE Championship was, you know, defended pretty good, but like, again, it was just, I feel as though that was just kind of thrown together last minute, because I did hear that Jacob may be hurt, so I'm not really sure on that. Yeah. Not disclosed, and I read it off one of the dirt sheets, but they did say something about Jacob possibly being injured, and that's why they're doing what they're doing right now. All right, guys, as always, we appreciate you all for being here. Appreciate everyone that comes in here, fires up at chat, chats with us about wrestling, because honestly and truthfully, guys, that's exactly why we do it. That's what we're here to do. But I want to thank everybody that's came on to watch the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. I will be live here in about 45 minutes playing some Fortnitemares with Hatman Inc. right there. And fingers crossed we can actually do pretty decent tonight. So if you'd like to come watch that, make sure that you tune back in about 11:30. But as far as this goes, guys, that's going to conclude this week's edition of the Rev X Wrestling Review. As always, we appreciate you guys coming on. Again, we do have a stage if you all ever want to come up and chat. We do have the Doobie Den open, so make sure that you join us. And yeah, we hope to see more in the community. So until next Friday night, guys, I'm Buddha, that's Hat, and we will catch you guys on the flip side later. Peace out.